having a super day? We are going to read a Sparky book. Sparky Braves the Big Bees. Ooh, it's about courage. It's about having courage. Let's see, on the very first page, the verse is Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Friends, that's kind of what we did, friends, with the flat Jesus. Jesus is with you wherever you go. And that's one of our verses, actually, this coming summer for VBS, to be strong and courageous. All right, let's hear about how Sparky is strong and courageous. My chair is kind of squeaky today. I'm sorry, friends. The bugs of Stump Village were the happiest bugs in Sunny Hollow. They jumped out of bed early every morning, ready to start the day with a nice hot breakfast. They worked hard. They played hard. They slept hard until that fateful day when everything changed. It was a sunny afternoon, friends, when the Snugglebugs arrived in Stump Village. There's all the little Snugglebugs. You see all the little Snugglebugs? There were hundreds of them, and each one was a very cute and cuddly. They chanted together. They said it together. We are Snugglebugs. We can sing sweet songs to help you sleep. We are Snugglebugs. We can sing sweet songs to help you sleep. The bugs of Stump Village did not need help falling asleep, but they thought the Snugglebugs were so adorable that they each took one home as pets. But Sparky the Firefly and Katy the Cricket did not take one. Look at his hands. He's saying no, no, no. Okay, let's turn the page, see what happens. As the bugs carried their pets home, the Snugglebugs sang, busy bug, do you work all day? Lay down, send your cares away. Katy frowned when she heard that song. Something is wrong. Those bugs don't sound as nice as they seem. That night, all the bugs of Stump Village hopped into bed. They snuggled their new Snugglebug friends. What they didn't hear were the words the Snugglebugs sang as they fell asleep. Snugglebugs were saying, honey for my muffin, honey for my cake, honey by the spoonful, all the food will take. They're going to take their food, it sounds like. The next morning, the streets of Stump Village were empty. They were empty. The shops were closed, well past their opening time, and the village school was empty. That's because all the bugs were stuck in bed. They were too tired to get up. Oh, she's reading a book right here that says 100 Ways to Get Up. Oh. As Sparky left Bella's butterfly's house, he turned just in time to see the Snugglebugs sneaking away with food from the village's storehouses. Stop! Yelled Sparky. That is our food. But the Snugglebugs did not listen to Sparky at all. Oh, they're taking something that's not theirs. That's not very nice. Sparky and Katy flew to Clyde the centipede's house on the top of Stump Village. Clyde was the wisest bug and would know what to do. Clyde was very worried. He was very worried after Sparky told him what had happened. He was even more worried when he looked down on Stump Village and saw a frightening sight. The Snugglebugs had come back and were stealing all the rest of the food. Ooh, that would make me worried too. Look here, said Clyde. The bugs of Stump Village have been deceived. Deceived is another word for tricked. They have been deceived. Those are not Snugglebugs. They are biting bed bugs. Anyone bitten by a bed bug become sick with a lazy bug fever and cannot get out of bed. And now they have all our food, said Sparky. What are we gonna do? Clyde scratched his head, scratched his long beard. We can't stop them by ourselves. There are too many of them. After they leave, one of you must look in the storehouse to see what has been taken. The other must travel to a dangerous place immediately. The dangerous place looks like it's the beehive. So if they're going to go somewhere dangerous, they probably need to have a lot of courage. Minutes later, Sparky was flying to the most frightening place in Sunny Hollow, the big beehive. No bug ever wanted to go to the hive. It was called the Big Beehive for a reason. The hive and the bees were huge. Sparky had just spotted the hive when the loud voice came out. Halt! Stop! In the name of the Queen. When he looked up, Sparky was surrounded by big bees. Each one was beefy and broad, with black and gold stripes and a stern face. They all had their weapons pointed right at Sparky. Ooh, yeah, stern face. See the face? Why have you come here? Asked one of the bees. Anyone who comes near our queen without permission risks severe punishment. Sparky was terrified. He was so scared. He wanted to fly away as fast as his little wings would carry him. But everyone in Stump Village was counting on him. He had to be brave. Thankfully, Clyde told him the secret password. Queen Bee, marvelous mother of all the bees. The big bees looked at one another for a moment, and then two of them took hold of Sparky's arm and flew him into the hive. I sure hope Clyde remembered the right password, Sparky thought. The bees carried Sparky up to a huge room with buzzing bees of all shapes, sizes, and colors. The queen bee sat in the center of the room on a large throne. What is your name? She asked. And why have you come to my hive? Her voice wasn't very kind. Sparky was more terrified than he had ever been. He was shaking, but he reminded himself that he needed to be brave. And he said, my name is Sparky the Firefly, and I am from Stump Village. Then, with his voice growing stronger, Sparky told the queen everything that had happened. Help us, oh Queen Bee, he pleaded. You are our only hope. He was being brave. Then Queen Bee thought for a moment. And then she smiled. It's dangerous for little bugs to come to my hive. You are very brave to risk that danger for your friends. We will help you. Thank you, Queen Bee, said Sparky. She said, place this honey flower at the top of the tallest building in Stump Village, said the queen. Do this before the sun rises tomorrow, and we will find you. She's helping him. Sparky flew back to Stump Village, placing the honey pot on top of Clyde's house. Early in the morning, Sparky and Katie waited on Clyde's house. I really hope the big bees really can cure lazy bug fever, said Katie. But what are we going to do about the food? I searched yesterday through the storehouses, and those terrible bed bugs took all our food. There won't be a single bite to eat this winter. Before Sparky could answer, a loud buzzing filled the air. Bzz, bzz, bzz. The big bees had arrived. Some of them carried dippers and buckets of golden honey. Do you guys like honey? I like honey a lot. The queen landed in the town square with her megaphone. "Bugs of Stump Village," she called out. "This is Queen Bee, and we are here to help you." The big bees swarmed into every house, and every bug received a drop of the queen's delicious honey. "Hooray, hooray," they cried. It was so good to be well again. All the bugs of Stump Village flew and hopped and crawled to the village square to get a glimpse of the queen. "Where is this young firefly that came to see me?" she asked. Do you see where Sparky is? He's right here. Sparky landed in front of the queen. "You saved our village, your majesty." The queen just smiled, and she said, "You saved your village, Sparky. You were brave enough to come ask for help, even when you were feeling afraid. Therefore, I would like to grant you one more request. What can we do for you?" So remember, he was brave. Let's see what he wants. "The bed bugs stole our food for the winter," Sparky said. "We're not going to have anything to eat once winter comes. Once the weather turns cold." The queen waved her hand in the air, and in a flash, the bees zoomed into the sky. What was taken will be returned to you soon." Bzzz, they flew off. And in no time, the big bees returned with every stolen sack of food. "Your Majesty, we have removed the bad rash of nasty bed bugs. They are on a faraway island. No other bugs will ever be deceived by them." The bugs of Stump Village let out a tremendous cheer. Yay! Then Clyde threw a big bee bop party for the rest of the day. Stump Village had an infestation of some mighty happy insects. "Thank you, Queen Bee," Sparky said. "We will always be grateful." "You are most welcome," said the queen, "and you will always have friends in the beehive. And don't forget the password." The next morning, Sparky woke up to see a very happy sight. All the bugs had finished their hot breakfast and were buzzing around the village. Sparky quickly ate his breakfast and went into the town square ready to work. Because Sparky braved the big bees and the big beehive, the bugs of Stump Village could once again work hard, play hard, and sleep in peace. Friends, so Sparky was brave to help his friends. He was so brave. Remember our verse in the very beginning? It says, Joshua 1:9, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Friends, what are some times in life that you were afraid of something and you needed to be brave? Maybe, sometimes maybe a thunderstorm, maybe it's loud, so you have to be brave because God is with you. Or sometimes as a grown-up, when I have to drive on the icy roads, I have to be brave and know that the Lord is with me because I get a little nervous driving on them. So there's times that we all have times where maybe we're afraid or nervous, but we can remember, use your brain to remember that God is with you. You can be strong and courageous. Well, friends, I really liked that book. I really liked that a lot. You know what? There's some fun facts back here. I like facts. Let's see. Honeybees. Have you seen any bees yet this spring? I've seen some bees. Let's see. A fun fact. A fact means it's true about bees. Honeybees, I didn't know this. Honeybees use the sun outside, as their compass. A compass is a tool that tells you if you're going north or south or east or west. A compass gives you direction. Honeybees use the sun as a compass to guide them. Wow. And then when it's cloudy out, they have a special part of their body that is sensitive to light that helps them find the sun. That's pretty cool. Ooh. How many stomachs do you have, friends? How many stomachs do you have in your body? I have one. I bet you all have one also. But a honeybee has 2 stomachs. 2. One for food and one for nectar. That's a fun fact. 2 stomachs. Honeybees can visit to as many as 2,000 flowers a day. Wow. 2,000 right here, friends. I have a couple of flowers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 here. But 2,000? That's way more than these 6. Wow. Another fun fact. Honeybees have personalities. We all have a personality. They present some are adventurous, while other bees are more timid. Oh, those are some fun facts about bees. I know that I like to plant flowers in my garden that make the bees happy. I like to make bees happy. Well, friends, I want to challenge you this week as we get going in the week of May that you have a great week and you be strong and courageous. All right, friends, bye-bye.